Our last match of the day, 132 pounds. He's an excellent ledgered wrestler, senior Tyler Miller, going up against Miller-Renfree, only a young man, a sophomore from NFA.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Renfree is the only finalist out of NFA.
That is correct.
And NFA is the largest school in this whole conference.
And there's a great wrestling program for many, many years at NFA.
Under Carl Snicken, and they've had, but I know this guy here, I think his name's Steve Nelson, took over the program. He wrestled for Montville when I was around, and he's actually turned the program around. From my understanding, NFA was winning the large division.
Well, Carl Snicken was a prolific winner at NFA, and the Wildcat program fell on some hard times when he left, but back in with a finalist here, Miller-Renfree.
Now, Carl Snicken just passed this year.
Yeah.
It's a huge loss to the community. He was winning every title in the 1990s, it seemed like.
Oh, yeah.
I was born in 1990, so that was what I read. I wasn't there to live it.
I'm not going to. Mike, if you want to just throw something at him across the table, that's okay.
Yeah, Mike, what year were you born?
He has shoes older than you, he said, yeah. I graduated high school before you were born.
There you go.
So. But your beard doesn't look a day over 40.
And I heard that when you wanted me to come out here that you had the thought of challenging me to a wrestling match. Just one of your workers told me that last night.
True story. The original plan was for me to throw on a singlet and the appropriate headgear, get on the mat, and have you show the viewers what kinds of things we were going to be talking about in the match. I wanted you to throw a single leg, a double leg, fireman's. I wanted you to do those various things. But their concern was that your 3 of your vertebrae and some of your discs would not survive trying to put me up on your shoulders for even a moment. So we called that off because we didn't know if you had appropriate health care. But, moving forward, that's something we could do. It wasn't so much of a challenge.
The Chicago Cubs have a saying, there's always next year.
That's right.
So maybe our viewers will be in for a treat.
Well, next year will give me an opportunity to come up with a different excuse not to get on the mat with you. But right now, we're almost at the end of a period, and Tyler Miller and Miller-Renfree are scoreless here in our final match of the day as we head into the second period of the 132 match. And we thought, it would be a nice thing for the folks at home to see a visual of the different kinds of moves that, just the basic things that when you call out and you reference a chicken wing or a crossface, what you're actually talking about. But then it occurred to me that I would probably need various forms of hospitalization, and I decided that wasn't in the best interest of the show.
Yeah, the day doesn't want to have to pay for all that.
Can't afford to lose talent, they say. On top here, Miller.
Miller's another one of those kids, man. He's coming through the youth program. He's been wrestling since he could walk, basically. So him being a senior, he really wants to take this title home.
These two seem very evenly matched as far as their strength and their quickness. Miller, perhaps a little more of a veteran wrestler, a senior versus a sophomore. And he's in good position right now. Renfree trying to kick out. This is an odd spot they're both in right now.
Yeah, Renfree's on the bottom. They get his butt high in the air, and he's going to get Miller high. It's called getting high, and you get him high off of your hips, and then they slide forward. You can come out the back door, which would be in between his legs.
Almost there.
He's almost there. Miller's holding on tight, though. You'd be surprised how long Miller can stand here. Miller's controlling his arms. They're calling the stalemate.
And much to the dismay of the NFA coaches, they really wanted to see Miller-Renfree power through that and secure some points. But instead, Miller will be back on top here with a minute and change remaining in period number 2.
Now the good news is they reset him, put him right back in this referee's position, and it gives him an actual better chance of getting out now because, while it was possible he could have scored there, he also he wasn't really in the position to score.
1 minute, 6 seconds remaining here in period number 2. No score between Tyler Miller and Miller-Renfree. Renfree of NFA wanted to get out for an escape, but Miller has done a really nice job maintaining control.
This is our final match of the night, huh?
This is it. Flies by when you're
having fun,
enjoying good wrestling, right? So, I think some of the matches lived up to the hype. I think Jacob Commander was every bit as impressive as we expected him to be. Logan Smith was in a battle with Mikey Sharon, I think.
But he came out, it was a battle, but he ended up taking the lead on him there at the end.
12-7, it ended up being a decisive victory, but we saw some theatrics from the big 285s with a.
Yeah, that was a big pin there by Renee Bernier.
Got
over,
Ryan. He got
Rourke
Ryan. Yep.
And then a huge win out of sophomore Jada McKenzie for New London. That's a big deal there.
That's a building block moving forward as well.
220-pound sophomore. Holy.
4 seconds remaining in the period. We have no score. And we're going to ride out the second period with no score. So we had Danny Sharon with a big victory, the senior over freshman Connor Doran. And
all right, Tyler Miller's taking the bottom position.
he wants that escape.
We're actually in the third period.
He wants that escape. He wants that point. 1-0 might do it. So of the three Sharon brothers, Danny got a win. Mike lost a tough one to Logan Smith, and David lost a tough one to Jackson Archer. So the Sharons go 1-2 today, but 3 excellent matches.
3 finalists out of that family. They should all be very proud.
Absolutely.
But only one is champion. And I'm sure he'll let his brothers know that, as a brother should.
Oh yeah, Danny's gonna walk around today with his shoulders a little bit back, head held high. Tyler Miller right now underneath trying to escape, but Renfree is in really good position for NFA. 1:33 remaining and counting. Oh, Renfree wants to get him over. Can he get him over onto his back?
Call him potentially dangerous. Potentially dangerous is it's a rule for the officials that if they feel that if a body part's getting in a position that it could be, you could tear an ACL or rip out your shoulders, they're going to stop it before it gets to be that, before it gets to be an injury that can affect someone's life.
So Miller will start on the bottom. Renfree trying to control him. 1:15 remaining in this scoreless final match of the day. ECC Wrestling Championships from Fitch High School. Killingly will be your champion. Waterford second, Ledyard third. But who will be the final champion? Will it be senior Tyler Miller from Ledyard or sophomore Dominic Renfree from NFA?
Miller's hips are up. He's got to move. He's got to get hand control. He's got to get his head off the mat.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
almost,
man.
Miller,
Renfree almost with the turn.
Miller's
he's got
in
that.
trouble.
He's got that chicken wing in. The infamous chicken wing.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, man. There it is. Miller.
Miller's got him. Miller.
Miller.
Got him.
Oh, Miller just needs to get his one now. There's no points there.
Can Renfree get his head
Get
out?
your one, Miller. Get your one. Oh, and he gets
There
his
it
two.
is. He's got
Renfree
two.
gives up laying on the mat. That's huge for Tyler Miller. Long time coming this kid to secure a championship.
What an amazing match.
Got exciting in the last 20 seconds there.
You got a near fall for points
Getting
as well.
more. Getting another.
1
That's
second.
the match. Tyler Miller is your ECC champ.
Tyler Miller, Ledyard High School, what a big win. What was the difference down the stretch that got you over the top?
I think it was my conditioning because of my coaches and my teammates pushing me harder in practice. That's about it.
It's a big win, isn't it? It feels pretty good?
It does.
Well, you're going out in style. What a great day of wrestling here for these kids, Casey.